is up, YouTube? It's your girl Rochelle, and I'm back with another video. Thank you guys for tuning in, liking, sharing, and subscribing. It is time for our budget with me planning. And so I am getting ready to dive right into my April 2022 budget. And if that's something you want to stick around and see to learn some budgeting tips, maybe get some motivation on what you can do with your budget, or maybe you have some tips that you can share with me, I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments. So stick around. Thank you guys for always tuning in, liking, sharing, and subscribing. You guys are the bomb.com. We're almost at 11,000 subscribers. Like, what? What? Come on. Well, first of all, let me share with you my usual budget process. I like to electronically budget, and then I like to come on camera and share with you guys kind of like the pen and paper version on my iPad. And so I am inside of the Good Notes app using my 18-month undated budget planner. You know, if you want to, you can grab a copy to use as many times as you like on my website, RochelleAdamson.com. And do you see our new addition right here? I got me another calculator, y'all. I finally got in on a low-cut game. It took forever. Like, I ordered this thing like 3 months ago, and it is just now here. So I can't remember if I talked about it in my last video, but loving it. Love the color. Sticking with the red, white, and black. You know. But anyway, let's dive right into this budget so I can share with you what my plans are for the month. Okay, so the first thing I do is my monthly overview where I list all of my bills on their scheduled due dates. I don't fill in the amounts on this page, but this is just my calendar overview for the month to make sure that all the bills are coming out as scheduled and making sure that I have enough money to cover them before they happen. So for example, rent is due on the 1st, and so I use money from the month of March to cover that expense because we don't get paid until the 8th. So I want to put that here. We're not expecting a payday until the 8th and the 22nd, and that is my husband's paychecks. I don't include my income because it just varies every month, but I do have some scheduled dates that I want to look out for some payments that I am anticipating. So let's first off do, of course, YouTube right here. Then we've got some brand work that I should have here. Then I will get paid for my bookkeeping / virtual assistant services. So virtual assistant somewhere around there. And then I should also be receiving some rental income also around the 15th. So I'll put it here. And there we go. So those are the key things that I want to remember about this month for the bills. Then next I move to our notes section. And so I left myself some notes. It is time to pay for car insurance again for the next 6 months. And so I want to cash flow that from our savings. Sometimes I use our savings, our sinking funds, and our savings as a way to pay for bills for 6 months, and then I'll pay myself back throughout the rest of the 6 months. That way we get a discount. Car insurance is high here, and I have already shopped around, but I'm going to shop around just 1 or 2 more places. But I anticipate our bill to be about $900. And so it is what it is. I want to make sure they get their money. So I put a little extra just to make sure. Then Micah got a promotion. And so his previous position had some PTO left over. I want to look out for that to be paid out, because if that happens, it should be about that amount. And then I don't even have to pull it from our budget or from our savings, which would be awesome. And there should be some left over for us to just spend the way he likes. Sometimes he likes to put it in the bank and save it and pay himself for a vacation day, an extra vacation day that he might normally take unpaid. Then extra for household supplies, I want to put some money to the side for that because we are going to have guests this month. Next, I'll move over to the budget where we talk about the actual money shmoney. So for the month of April, we are anticipating an income of about $9,050, and that's from all different income sources, some of which I listed on the previous page and others that I just choose not to share. It's just, the important part is the money is coming. That's the important part. Okay, so we are going to just go line by line. I've already filled in most of our budget with the items that are most important that are definitely coming out. So for savings, I already know I'm going to put $250 to the side for life insurance. We have a trickle savings account that we just contribute to every time my husband gets paid, just to see if we like the account. Then under the debt, and we'll come back to the emergency fund. I have a star next to some items that I plan on returning and talking more about. But Tesla will get $592. We put money to the side every time my husband gets paid, about $300. And every time it's time to pay for our Tesla car payment for the month, we go ahead and pay it from out of that account. So we don't always have to contribute the same amount every check. So $592 for this month. Chase is going to get $231. My Apple Card and my husband's Apple Card, I'm going to give $100 and I'm going to pay $43 for his. Discover and Venture, I have not got the bills for those yet, but I want to go ahead and put at least $100 to the side. Next category are the bills. Rent, disgusting, $3,200, but that does include all of our utilities. So that would be electric. We don't use gas here. Electric, water, sewer, trash, anything except for Wi-Fi and cable. So I just call it rent because it comes all on the same bill. It will total about $3,200 total. Phone bill is about $175.91 for a family of 4. My daughter's Spanish class is $72. Apple bills for our whole family will come to $57.27. Peloton, $40.76. My daughter's homeschool will be $19.95 and Netflix will be $19.07. Then for family, Micah will get $400 for him to spend the way he wants. Buffer will get $14.68. We are estimating about $400 for food, but I do want to add a little more. I've been working hard to empty out our fridge and freezer and pantry and kind of eat it down because food tends to expire a lot quicker than it used to. And so we've done that. So it's time for me to start reing up. Next are the miscellaneous bills, which I choose to list here separately because these are bills that are covered by my business expenses, business income rather. So that's the Wi-Fi and YouTube Premium. Next is giving. We have a separate bucket for giving, and we just pull from it whenever we want to contribute to something. For now, we're just adding $30. It has a pretty good amount in it. Next up is cash. I decided to break it down weekly to make a plan for myself as to how much cash I want to use for each of our videos. Again, my income just varies, so I don't want to put an exact number. So I'm working with the bare minimum numbers of the estimated income that we plan on receiving for the month. So we'll come back to that. Next is sinking funds. Escrow will get about $200. Our rental property spend account, we anticipate about $500 in costs for whatever may come up because we do have some small projects that we are working on, the property manager is working on. Then I also want to contribute to our fund just so that I can cover any spending that may happen that is unexpected. Then I also forgot to put on here that it's time to pay the property manager. And so we will come back to that also. We usually pay her quarterly, but I think we're switching to monthly. I have to look at my notes. But that is it. So if you add all of that up, it does not equal $9,050. It actually leaves us with, listen to it click, $3,437.68. So that is what we have left to work with after all of our major bills are covered. So let's dive in and see how we're going to spend this. I'm thinking first off, I think I want to go ahead and add some more money to food, even if it's just an extra $100. So we'll go ahead and get rid of that and make that a 5. So we'll minus 100. Then I want to also contribute to our sinking funds here. So the property manager will bare minimum get $150 minus 150. And then I want to contribute another I'm thinking at least $100 to our second account for the property. Then, so that's minus 100. Let's come over to the cash. We want to contribute at least, I'm thinking 200 here and then another 200 there. So that would be an additional 400. So minus 400. Okay, I just realized I actually added everything up and I have $22.50 left to work with. So we already took and added an extra 100 to food, so we'll deduct that. Then we already minused another 150 for the property manager, and then another 100 for spending for the property. And then let's come back to the cash. So I'm thinking we'll continue with this same move. Maybe we'll do 150 and 150. So that's a total of 300. That leaves us with $1,600 left to work with. So as I go, I want to get rid of these once I know I've taken care of them. Okay. Now let's talk about these credit cards. I'm thinking I want to add a little more to both of these, even though I don't have the payments yet. But let's go ahead and say 200 for Discover. So that's another 100. And then for Venture, let's say another 100 equaling 2. So minus 100. So that leaves us $1,400 still left to work with. So that's pretty good. And I'm being really careful here because I really want to be able to make some extra payments toward debt. So I'm going to go ahead and create a debt snowball. And I'm going to be focused on the debt snowball and the emergency fund. So let's see. How about we put 400 for the emergency fund? And then let's put the rest to the side, possibly for our debt snowball. That would be so awesome if I could contribute an extra $1,000 towards our debt snowball this month. I'm really hoping that we can get that done. So yeah, that's everything. And now I want to switch over to the app that I use. Okay, so I am inside of my spending tracker app. I like this because I'm a visual person and it shares, how much our money is being diversified and what exactly we're spending our money on in terms of percentages and dollar amounts. So I just want to go in and make some updates to what we just made. So I'm going to head over to my transactions and update these. Okay, so here is everything for the month of April. And so there's our planned income, $9,050. And here is my breakdown showing all the categories I'm planning on contributing to. And I'm feeling really good about this budget. And I feel like I have a good plan in place. And we will be accomplishing some of our goals that we talked about on my monthly overview. And here's the part that I really love. I love this breakdown. And if it doesn't come across clear on camera, I will definitely have a picture, but you can see 37.75% of our income is going to be spent on regular bills. So that's like rent and all that stuff, like Wi-Fi, all of that. Well, actually not Wi-Fi because that's a business expense, but all the other utilities. And so I'm always keeping my eye on this amount here every month because it's so much of our income. In fact, I have a plan on how I want to lower that amount by the end of the year. So I'll be sharing details as they happen. And then 14.62% is going toward our regular debt payments. That's the minimum we have to pay every month to keep our accounts in good standing. Then another 13.81% will be going to our property fund to cover any expenses for the rental property. 11.05% will go to our debt snowball. So that's that $1,000 that I hope I'll be able to use for that. Then 5.52% will go toward food. I do think that 500 is a little on the low side, but we'll see how it goes. I'm leaving myself some flexibility. Then 4.42% will go toward cash envelopes and also to my husband's personal spending. I pull my money from cash envelopes, so that's why you don't see it listed separately. 2.76% will go toward my insurance that I pay for my life insurance. Since I am self-employed, I chose a plan that is pretty robust because I felt like I had 5 years where I was not contributing to anything for insurance for myself. In case something were to happen to me, I want to make sure my family is good. Then 2.21% is going toward our escrow sinking fund to cover anything that comes up as far as property taxes, ground rent, and all that stuff that comes with owning your home free and clear. We don't have a mortgage. And then 1.48%. Oh, I skipped one. No, I did it. Yeah. Robiz, my business, is going to get 1.48%. Eva's going to get about 1%. We're going to give another less than 1% and also contribute to our small trickle savings account. But that is why I love looking at the numbers and really seeing what we spent, so that we can make sure that our money is making the moves that we want it to make, if that makes any sense. And so this is the free tracking app that I use. I am not sponsoring this company. I actually reached out to the developer to see if there was like a coupon code I could get, but they don't even really do updates to this anymore. But I really like it because I can use it on my phone and it will automatically sync to my iPad and vice versa. It's something that I've been using and it really works well because I'm a hands-on type of person. Now for my other accounts, I don't use this. Like for my business expenses and all that stuff, I use automated systems. But yeah, this works for me. I have nothing but good things to say about it. Well, that's all for today's video, guys. I'll see you in the next one. If you want to stay in touch, definitely grab your phone and scan the QR code on your screen right now so that we can stay connected. I love talking to everyone in the comments here on YouTube, also on my other forms of social media. Let me know in the comments, how is your April budget looking so far? Are you excited about the month of April? Is it a 3 paycheck month for you? Are you getting a bonus? Are you going on spring break? Let me know what's up. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, peace, love, and budgets.